Man said Dave Ramsey, you know. Blood. No disrespect. I was going to say he gives the worst advice, but I'm not even going to say that. He gives the wrong advice. There's a video that I saw of him, yeah? And as you know, if you've seen Dave Ramsey, any lot that might not be too familiar with him and that, he has his own show and sometimes people call in and they ask for advice. And this guy said he has a property, and I'm going to try and find the video and I'll just do a little tiny reaction video to it. I believe I've done it before, but I don't know where the video is and that. So anyway, some guys phoned him up and was asking for advice. I don't know if he currently had a property at the time. I'm sure he did. But anyway, he was looking to buy a property to rent out. And he said, Dave, I'm in like the sort of like property maintenance field. I'm looking to buy a rental property. How should I go about that? He said, do not get a mortgage. Do you know what he told him to do? He said, save up your money and buy the rental property in cash and then go and rent it out. I'm like, you fucking stupid. Unless we're in a country like in the middle of Bulgaria, which yeah, you can buy a property for 5,000 euros in the middle of Bulgaria. Properties in America are not $5,000 or euros or pound sterling and that. Yeah, they are in the hundreds of thousands and that. So you want a man to scrape by and save up to buy a property to put on the rental market and that. You know what? That would be all well and good if we live for a million years. But we don't. You're not watching this right now, yeah? If you're 20, 25 years old, you're at a third of your life, you know? Most people are really only going to make it to about 70, 75 and that. So if you're 25, 30 years old right now, you've lived a third of your life. Imagine imagine how long it would take. Look at your wages right now. Look how much you earn right now. Look how much you're able to save right now. Imagine having to buy a house in cash in England with your wages. Imagine how much money that you can afford to save up. Even if, let's say you can afford to save up £500 a month. Let's double it and triple it. Think how long, even if we tripled the amount of money you could save per month. Imagine how long, even if you tripled it, imagine how long it would take to save up to buy that property. This guy who's not even fucking thinking about what he's saying to this brother, you know. If there's a property that you want to buy in cash that costs 100 grand, for example. Okay, let's say you save up to buy this property. The fucking dummy is not even thinking about inflation and property prices going up. So that 100 grand property today, if it takes you 10 years to buy it, it's not going to be worth 100 grand. It's going to be worth more. Allegedly, properties in England go up by, they double every 10 years, allegedly, and that, innit, yeah? So I don't believe 100 grand property is going to be worth 200 grand. I don't think 100 grand property is going to double and that. I reckon 100 grand property in 10 years time will probably be worth 160. Obviously, location. It just depends. Depends on where that brick is planted, in what soil, in what town, in what postcode, in what part of the country and that. But I can safely say if a property is worth 100 grand now, as long as it's anywhere from, I don't know, let's say Leicester down to London and that, because if it's up in County Durham and that, the properties ain't going to go up that fast, innit? But anywhere from, let's say, like Leicester down to London and the south and that, if a property is worth 100 grand today, in 10 years time, you can safely say it's going to easily be worth 160. I wouldn't 100% say it will be double that, which is 200 grand and that. So the advice that he gives is not bad advice, but it's the wrong advice. Like I said, if we live to a million years old, then yeah, fine. You can save up every two pence every month and that to go put towards a property and that. But unfortunately, we don't live for a million years. The reason why you lot go and watch his videos after this. The reason why his sort of ethos and his philosophy is buy everything in cash, don't take out finance, don't take out credit, is because he got stung. My man ran up too much credit card. No, what did he do? Sorry, he was taking out too much, they're like 90-day turnover loans or something. It's a bit different in America, innit? It's basically like, let's say, for example, I don't know if you lot have heard of bridging finance. He basically done a lot of that, and the banks changed names or something like that, and they called the notes in, and he had like, I don't know, £3 million worth of debt, but only £1 million worth of real estate or something like that. And then, yeah, he lost everything. He's not smart. He was just running up too much debt. They called the notes in. Yeah, he's fucked and that. But yeah, that Dave Ramsey guy, He ain't gonna give anyone advice and make anyone broke. He's not gonna give anyone advice and make them poor. No one's gonna go homeless off of his advice. But you are not going to get rich. Not in this lifetime anyway. Yeah, maybe if we live for 300 years and that, you can get rich off his advice and that, but not in this lifetime. You're not gonna get rich. You're not gonna get rich. You ain't gonna retire after 15 years listening to that guy's advice. So, big man, respectfully, don't compare man to Dave Ramsey. Yeah, he's not a bad person. He's not an evil person, but he giving out the wrong advice, boy. Man, talking about, yeah, I agree with him. Don't take out, because some people, I mean, there was either a man or a woman. I remember someone phoned up saying that, I'm planning on remortgaging my property, which means they wanted to pull out some cash, let's say 20, 30 grand, and go and buy a car. He said, don't do that. Yeah, I was in agreement, nodding my head. Yeah, don't do that. That's dumb. But, like, he will save you from getting into debt and that, but you're not going to get rich listening to his advice. No way. No way. This guy talks about paying off your... So I'm the complete opposite. I don't believe in paying off your mortgage as soon as possible. I believe in not paying off your mortgage soon and using that extra cash that you could have put down extra payments to make your mortgage term end quicker. I believe in using that money to go and buy a property and that. So my advice would make you way more richer than him. Yeah, just by default and that, because he's all about this save every single penny and that. And yeah, you have to save every single penny in the beginning and that, but at some point you got to start investing. You got to take that leap of faith. You got to start making some investments to take some risk, man. So yeah, you lot go and check out Dave Ramsey and that. Just yeah, I don't know what they call it. Take his advice with a pinch of salt or something like that, boy, because his advice ain't gonna make you rich, blood.